This is one of those panels where you don't even read it straight away. You kind of just sit there like, what am I even looking at? 3 people, all in the same moment, all activating their domain expansion. And they're all feeling completely different. And then JJK just cuts chapter 178 right there. I'm like, cool, thanks man, I'll wait another week. I've been wanting to redraw this one for a while, and I decided to do it entirely with ballpoint pen. Alright, welcome back to the channel. This panel is actually ridiculous when you look at it properly. I get it, it's a cool moment, but it's literally 3 character studies all happening at the same time. On the left, Ryu Ishigori. He's completely unhinged, just pure output, all teeth, full of chaos. In the middle, you got Yuta Rikotsu. Calm, like way too calm, just like you know Yuta to be. And on the right, Uro. And she looks straight up feral. Those eyes, the character design, if you know, you know. All with the same words, domain expansion. But 3 completely different characters behind it. Even the speech bubbles have character traits in them, because Yuta's just has a period at the end of his domain expansion. And that's why I love this panel so much. It tells you everything you need to know about him before anything even happens. So I wanted to redraw it, but I didn't want to do it clean. I wanted to do a challenge. I wanted to do something that actually matched the energy of the panel. And the ballpoint pen felt like it was the right kind of risk for that. Because of this, if you mess up, that's it. No undo, no erasing, no fixing it later. You just have to live with it. And honestly, that's how I learned to draw. Textbooks, desks, whatever I had, I would always just use a ballpoint pen to sketch in it. So this felt weirdly natural to come back to after all this time. So, starting light with a 2H, just trying to get everything placed without committing too early. I started with Uro on the right first, because I could match up the bottom right with the reference with the bottom right of my drawing. This panel is kind of unforgiving. Everything overlaps, everything sits on top of something else. I also try to leave space for the speech bubbles, but then worked back into it just a little bit after. Sketches down. I had a bit of trouble with Uro's eyes and then making it all feel seamless, but I was pretty happy with Ishigori and I was very happy with Yuta. I think they both turned out great, but Uro definitely needed a little bit more refining. I'm not even going to fight it too much though. I'm using just a kneadable eraser, molding it into like a snake-like form, and then I'm just lifting up the pencil just by rolling it over the top before I start using the ballpoint pen. Alright, this is where everything either works or I ruin the whole thing. Ballpoint is all pressure. That's literally everything. You can get a full range of value just from how hard you press. Starting with Ryu. Now this is where it gets fun. It's just chaos, it's all teeth, it's heavy texture. I can actually push the pen in a lot more ways here. Short strokes, layering, building up that darkness slowly. You can really see how much range the ballpoint has. The same pen, completely different feel. And then after Ryu, I move on to Yuta. Yuta I found to be probably the hardest part of the drawing, because if his expression doesn't land, the entire piece feels off. It's the one that's not aggressive, it's not emotional, it's the controlled look. And it's way harder to draw that than I find that Uro and Ryu with their chaos expressions like. Honestly, that sort of controlled state is what did the Sendai Colony arc so well for him. It just didn't make him stronger, it showed how controlled he is. Because at the start, people were calling him overrated, the fraud allegations were everywhere. And then that arc just completely flipped it. Not even in a flashy way either. Just calm, efficient, in control the entire time. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, I've messed up a few times. A lot of the lines there are not supposed to be there. And with ballpoint, it's permanent. There's not much you can do about it. So by adapting, you just sort of blend it into other lines, or you can use it as a hatching line. These mistakes happen all the time. That's what I love about ballpoint. It forces you to be sketchy. It forces you to be a bit loose with your strokes. It does not want you to be too careful. This isn't pencil where you can rub it out. Yeah, I just love the overall expression it brings out. And that's honestly how I learned to draw as well. So it's not by being precious about it. You just keep going. Alright, last one, Uro. These eyes were everything. You don't draw the eye, you draw everything around it. If this goes wrong, it loses that entire feral energy. Alright, this is the moment I either cooked or completely wasted my time. And I gotta say, at the end, I'm pretty happy with that. Compared to Gege's, mine is definitely slower, more built up. You can see where I hesitated, where the expressions are wrong, or where some of the proportions may be all over the place. But overall, I think the weight is there, and the ballpoint actually really worked for what I wanted. And honestly, seeing how they handled the Sendai Colony, I'm really curious where they're going to handle what's coming up next. Because the Shinjuku Showdown, that doesn't feel like something that might come out weekly. It feels like it's going to be a movie. Like Gojo vs Sukuna would be insane in the cinemas. I think that would just blow up and break the internet. I think that would do bigger numbers than even Demon Slayer. I feel like they're building towards something like that. Anyway, that's it. If you enjoyed, I appreciate it. Drop a like, comment. It helps the channel so much. Let me know what panel I should do next. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.